Good morning, everyone. I actually said a good morning earlier, like seconds earlier, but you didn't hear me, but that is okay because we're waiting for the record button. It is Monday. It is a holiday. So happy Columbus Day. Happy I never can say this correctly. This is going to be a funny one. Indigenous Peoples Day. But good morning, everyone. This is Carol, so AKA Naughty Boss, live with Two
Sistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, Organization Diva, excuse me, 10.0. Boom, there, I said it. So this has nothing to do about nothing, something about something. But I just, I love to share my awesome tips. You know how I think all of us, especially people that work from home, or even when you're in your brick and mortar business in your office, so I'm going to pose a question to you, Carol. So what is your favorite office product? Like, is it stickies? What is it?
No, my favorite office product, and I can't really show it to you, is my Rank Makers by Ray Hignan light lamp. It's the travel one. It's you see a lot of people when they're doing lives or they're doing Zooms or whatever. You want good lighting, which a lot of people in the actual profession didn't get quite all of that down pat when they were forced to be at home. But entrepreneurs did. We've been doing it for a long time. And what I love about his particular one, and you'll see a lot of them online, and I bought other ones, and they're just the mechanics of it just doesn't work right. I love this because it's very sturdy. It can really clip onto anything. You can put your phone. Now, say I'm using it right now. Now I'm not using it with my phone. I'm just using it for lighting. So I don't need that big ring light a lot of people use, which is also very good. And I might eventually want to get one. But right now, this clips to my desk. I can maneuver it. It's very pliable, but it is very strong because a lot of people have been complaining with these travel ones that they break. This one is rock solid. And I take that when I travel. I take that when I'm at a hotel. I take that when I'm in my own home office. So it really, it's versatile, and I absolutely love it. And it's convenient, compact. I don't like big, bulky things. So that's like for my office, because I do a lot of lives and or Zooms, that's my go-to.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I obviously love my highlighters. I love my Post-it notes. These are my favorite. My butterflies, I only use them for special types of things. But yesterday, I had a favorite tool, which is double-sided tape.
Oh, yes, I do have that too, and I agree with you on that.
This, oh my gosh, came in handy so much yesterday. So I just wanted to share that because I was so excited. Hey, I get excited about a new pencil sharpener. I got to share what I'm excited about. My double-sided tape comes in very handy. So Mindset Monday, today, obviously, we're going to talk about mindset. So let's hop right on into it.
Well, a lot of times, a lot of people think, oh, it comes natural to so many people. They're positive every day. They are postured in their beliefs. They're confident. They're so, they're so together. Well, let me tell you something. Most people are not. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few out there that are just naturally can get into the flow of things, easygoing. And even the easygoing type of people sometimes at one point in their life have to deal with mindset. But what we preach is that when you have a positive mindset consciously, and it takes effort to get to that point, you can deal with whatever is thrown at you. And we know a lot of shista is being thrown at a lot of people because of the times that we're in, right? It could be that you have an opinion. It could be that you're taking a stance. You're protesting. You're doing good works. You are taking on a new role in your entrepreneurial journey. You've decided to maybe try a whole new fitness program and the people around you just don't think it's the right thing for you, or a lifestyle, meaning that you're, eating a different type of lifestyle, which John and I are doing. And I'm going to chat about that for a second, because there was an interesting fact going with that, and that'll be nothing about nothing, but a good mindset and a mindset that's consistent. So sometimes we work on our mindset for a specific goal that we are trying to go after or achieve, and we miss the obvious piece to it, that if you continually work with your mindset, and it does take effort, because the more effort you put into it, the more that it's come natural, it's going to become a really good, healthy habit. You need to have tools of the trade. Most of us, I don't know many people that don't, that need that extra oomph, that need that extra belief system to help them achieve and kind of focus in and hone on where their mind has to be for any given moment and any given date, any given circumstances. So we frequently talk about journaling, waking up, miracle mornings, achieve one accomplishment before you really start your day, to kind of give you that confidence, like, I achieved that, I can achieve anything. Positivity, I often talk about this, and I mostly talk about it lately with my husband. We are true believers in that your emotions that you put out come back twofold and are attracted back to you. So what do you want to attract? Which also has to do with your mindset. So if your mindset is always focused on something that's negative, or a disbelief, or I cannot do this, I cannot achieve this, I can't overcome this, well, guess what happens? You're going to find throughout your day a domino effect of probably running late, maybe inside of your vehicle, and you're aggravated because the person in front of you is going slower. Talking to yourself of, I started my day wrong, and then you stubbed your toe, you put your pants on, maybe you split your pants because you wore the wrong pair of pants. That's happened to many people. You spilt something on yourself. See, what's happening is you're attracting all this negative kind of stuff that is now playing tricks with your mind. But when you decide to say, you know what, I'm always going to look for the positives in any situation, even the worst of situations, because even having a positive mindset does not prevent the outside world from getting into your thought process and kind of really almost sabotaging your moment and or day. It's going to come. And the reason why it's going to come is because we live in an imperfect world, and we are perfectly imperfect. So it's going to happen, but it's about what the walls that you put up that help that mindset stay on point, stay on game. So when you put out positive things, your mind feels better. So how do you start that? You could, like I said, you could journal, you can listen to music. Fitness also releases and really just really highlights the endorphins within your body. That's going to put you in a good mood. Yesterday, and actually this entire weekend, we are helping friends condense and get ready for a move. They're getting ready to put their house on the market, and time to get stressful. I was watching our good friend. She just recently buried her mom. They had a mishap with something that they were going to purchase. Just everything in life wasn't going well. And now here they found a beautiful home, and now they're, trying to condense things or whatever. And at one point, and we were all working really hard trying to, help and organize. I said, we need to take a break. We need to kind of change our mindset. There was kind of like a funky air going on. And she has, and I don't know what program it is on her computer, on her television set, but she can get these really old clips. In addition to, obviously, we were looking through YouTube. And we decided that we would put on humor, because humor is so good for your mindset, but like the old humor, the humor that would be taboo today, like Archie Bunker, George Carlin. We laughed our butts off and realized it was so funny because we could correlate the funnies that were the past funnies, which are still pretty funny, but would be so taboo today. Totally changed our mindset. We started giggling. the air was lighter. And it's funny how we do have tools within our tool belts to change that mindset. So Jan, what kind of things do you do to kind of get you into that good mindset, positive mindset? And when you know you're about to like take a wrong turn or the journey's derailing, what do you do?
Well, thank you for asking. That's actually would be a loaded answer. So I'm going to condense it by saying I did not hit the DNA lottery for mindset. Nobody does. It was more confirmed to me this morning as I was reading that book by Robin Sharma, the 5 a.m. Club,
Yes.
something of that nature. And we are not born with that. It's a learned tool. And the morning routine, I'm always talking about my morning routine. I think everybody knows my morning routine is so important to set the structure of your day. But what happens when you are sidelined? And I feel as though the last 2 months or so really tested that for me personally. And what I realized throughout my journey of crafting or honing in on why my routine was so important for me, it was paramount that I do those things in some form or fashion each day. For me, it's preferably the morning. That's when I'm going to get things done. It's such a ground foundation. So whenever something derails me, as will often happen to anyone, it's really about, well, is the energy and effort that I'm putting into how much this stressing this certain situation or whatever popped up, is that going to benefit me in what I want to do or accomplish? And pretty much 90% of the time, I know what the answer is. But it's worth it to pause for reflection to ask that question, because there are no coincidences. It's all centered around energy, and it goes back to if you ever walk into a room and people say, oh, the tension is so thick, you can cut it with a knife. Well, that's a reaction to everybody's energy that's putting forth and then you could take that perhaps a step further. So for every action, there's a reaction. So if I'm having a reaction to something, I have to look at it from a different perspective. 90% of the time it works out. And of course, there's that 10% of the time when things are haywire. We're human, and that's just the way it is. So lately, obviously, I'm at my desk a lot. So for mindset, my mind is constantly going. I set the alarm, and then I just started instituting this within the last week or so. Every hour, I get up for 5 minutes, even if I'm right in the middle of something. Obviously, if I'm on a phone call or a meeting, I can't do that. But just to take that 5 minutes to walk away from my desk, stretch, listen to one of my favorite songs, dance around a little bit. I come back to my desk and I'm like ready to, like there's an imaginary kickboxing bag in front of me. And it just makes me feel so good. That's what's working for me. So I hope that, those little tidbits may help somebody out there.
Absolutely. And I think, there are other avenues. So if you're a person that you are working at home and you find that you're in your office and you're at the desk all the time, well, guess what? If you don't want to go out and buy a new desk, there are things that you can actually put on your desk to put your computer higher so you can stand. You can march in place, get a little movement as you're doing work. Now, obviously, it's a balancing act too, especially if you're like me with the fat fingers. That does occur with, not as much on a computer. It's actually more has to do with being on my handheld instruments. But there are ways that, like Jan said, get up from your desk, set a timer. A lot of people sometimes say, oh, the effort in scheduling, using your planner. Now you want us to use timers. They sound a little regimented to a certain degree, but the good regiment is that regiment now becomes a good habit. And after a while, it becomes second nature for you to do. And these are absolutely tools that are going to help you keep that moving going, because it's all about, like, if you're sitting all day or you're sitting a good chunk of your day at a desk, think about then eventually your posture gets slouchier as you go on throughout that day. You also, depending on, I have a great seat that goes up and down because sometimes I need to be higher. I'm short, I've got short legs. And then sometimes I'm lower, but it's got wheels on it. So it allows me to kind of move around too, but it also has to do with your blood flow. So if you're sitting in that chair all day long, you're not getting good oxygen. You're not getting good blood flow. So that is true. Go out 5-10 minutes. If you're going to, don't bring your snack. Well, I shouldn't say not your snack, but don't bring your meal to your office. Make sure that, and I tell this to people, some people eat on the run. A, it's not good for your digestion, but B, there's something about, like, even with John and I, even if we're going to eat at the, what do you call it? The island bar, if we're not eating at the table, whatever, you're getting up, but it is a great way to, now you've removed yourself from either the front of the TV, because a lot of people eat in front of the TV, or they're eating in front of their computer because they're working. You're changing your environment. And even just changing your environment of what you're viewing and actually sitting down and looking at what you're eating and actually having a formal dinner, which I call, it's informal but formal from where you were, change of pace, that is going to do great things for your mindset. Because after a while, like, I love my office. My office is, I can look outside to the front little pond, which is the side of our house. I can look at all the beautiful gardenings that John takes care of in the front. I have a beautiful office. I am so blessed. But even with all those blessings and great lighting, I got to get up and move. So frequently I'll get up, and this particular morning, I'm going to be at the desk a little bit later because today is my first day back in pickleball after probably about 10 days of kind of resting the body, which I definitely needed between the back and the shoulder and the hip. So I'm feeling good today. I'm hoping doing some good movement. So my movement is coming in later than yours, but the point is I'm still scheduling my movement. I'm still getting in something to increase my heart rate, to get some energy going and get that blood flowing. So it's really a matter of trying to really just changing the little things that change your mindset that really help you start your day. Could also be reading. Reading is another great tool. Don't, get up and turn the TV first on. Let people do that. That's the first thing they do every day is turn the TV on. And especially, unless you're really watching a funny show, what in God's name are you watching that early? Most of the time, it's news for people. And we already know that sadly, just the way the news structure is, it's just, it's not the news from, the Walter Cronkite days. Unless there's something that you need to know about an alert, turn it off, really turn it off. But actually now last night, speaking of news, so this is going to go on a sidebar. I was, I don't like to watch a lot of specific mainstream media news because it doesn't do anything for my mindset else for yelling at the TV. So that's not a good thing. But I do like those that are intelligent speakers that do their homework and just have that certain posture and confidence of when they're speaking. And that they're speaking from the heart, they're speaking factual information because they do their due diligence, do their homework, but are just very powerful. And that was Mark Levin last night on his show, Life, Liberty, and Levin. I always say his name wrong. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, but he had the whole hour was around, what's currently going on, the different connections of a family member that's high in government and, sharing and, really pushing the envelope on those that are trying to keep schools accountable and school boards accountable for what their children are learning. And he was so postured. And it was one of those times where I don't normally try to watch those kind of shows before I go to bed because they get your mind twisted. but it just solidified, that I'm on the right track of what I'm doing personally to help out the district in Massachusetts. It just, kind of really spark that energy again. You fight for a cause. Sometimes you get, not I don't want to say complacent, but it gets redundant when you're doing something over and over again. That can play havoc on your mindset. So sometimes you need to trigger your mindset in a positive way. Another great avenue. I have two favorite songs that just really, I can break out in a dance at any moment. One is Fireworks by Katy Perry, and the other one is from the movie The Greatest Show, the original, the main song to that. And it's just one of those things because, especially from an entrepreneurial perspective, you need that energy. You need that, like, you're in the right spot. You're in where you're supposed to be. Just go out and get it and do it. Whether it's for a cause or for your own business. So that just kind of gets me going. So you know what? Mindset can be as simple as just putting on your favorite song and dancing.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm actually planning on doing that in just a little while. And I also love doing that when I'm walking around the circle. If I go out in the afternoon, and specifically when a lot of his cousins walk throughout the day and they just look at me like, what? And that makes me laugh. I'm getting exercise, I'm getting fresh air, I laugh, it's a stress releaser. What is better for that? And just remember, everybody, repetitive tasks every day that we do sometimes can be simplified with a bot. We'll talk more about that at some other point, but I just wanted to reference that because I'm all about the bots.
She's all about the bots, and we have to say we're super excited. Our website keeps getting updated with good things that Jan's been working on, and I'm going to be diving into that today. But definitely, I love the fact that you can leave us a voice message there, but also you can sign up. We have a great, just a lot of information on nutrition. And so when you sign up to be a part of our website, you get those great emails. And we're not people that spam you. I actually have some entrepreneurs that I'm still connected to with different things that, just different seminars. And I'll get 3, 4, or 5 emails a day, which is annoying. We don't do that. So it's just simple. You just put in your information there and you're going to receive that free gift of us, little chat on paperwork on some good tips with nutrition and vitamins and all of that happy stuff that has to do with health and fitness. And we're super excited, but there's going to be some changes on there. And you can reach us at www.TwoSistas, so that's TWOSISTAS.online. Now, a lot of people are like, what do you mean .online? Yeah, there's a .com, there's a .org, there's .net. Well, apparently there's a .online as well. How cool is that?
We had to be different.
Of course we had to be different. So you're gonna see changes continually happening on there. We definitely have our Twitter account, which is new. We also have our Instagram account. We are working on our TikTok account, and we're also going to be eventually getting our own Clubhouse on Clubhouse, which I love that because it's reminds me kind of like a podcast, but a little different style a little bit. So I love all audio. I mean, I like live things. I like anything audio. I love that as well. So we got a lot of great things happening, and I'm just can you believe it? We're just about midway through October already.
I know. And here we are, October, and so many things that have transpired for the better. And that's what we continue to focus on, building our energy around the exciting things. How may we add value to your life? And that's what we're all about. It just, in my perspective, gets better and better. And that's why we're excited about what we do. Lots to share with you as always, but it is Mindset Monday, Columbus Day, Indigenous. I have a hard time saying that as well.
Yeah, it's Indigenous. And I think it's like we want to like skip the "did" part, but it's Indigenous. So it's like we're trying to combine the "did" with the "jit," and it's a tough one, but it's Indigenous. I have to say it over and over again, and the first time I say it, I always screw it up. Just
So everyone, we will be on tomorrow morning, Triumph Tuesday. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, Bot Solution Diva, just adding things as we go. And I am with TwoSistas,
and this is Carol, so aka Naughty Boss Live, and we wish you a happy Monday mindset. Take some of our tips, and you know what? If you got tips of your own that we never even chatted about, send us a message. You can send us a message or a voice message right on our website. We will see you tomorrow, as Jan said, for Triumph Tuesday. I'm sure there'll be something that we're going to be triumphing over.
oh, no doubt.
Yeah. You guys have a great day.
Everyone,